Today we're installing this SafeLogic TopLit on this Liberty safe. The first thing we want to do is install the shoulder bolts that are provided with the kit on the vertical holes above and below the spindle hole on the safe door. All right, with the shoulder bolt snugged up, we can now install the keypad. The first thing we want to do is to remove any battery that might be in the SafeLogic TopLit. So you do that by rotating the keypad counterclockwise and then pulling the color ring off. The battery would be in this location here. The reason I'm suggesting you make sure there is no battery in here is it's very difficult to install the keypad on the shoulder bolts if there's a battery installed. It actually kind of locks it in place once that battery's in place. So remove the battery and then we're ready to install it on the shoulder bolts. Next, we want to install the keypad on the shoulder bolts of the safe. So on the back of the keypad, you'll see there's two keyhole slots here, one here and one here. The shoulder bolts are going to engage with those two keyhole slots and snap in place. So the first thing you want to do is to thread the lock cable through the spindle hole. You want to leave a couple of inches of cable on the outside of the safe so that if ever you have to change the keypad, you can gain access to the release mechanism to remove the cable and put a new keypad on. So just tuck a couple of inches into the back of the case here and then snap that onto the shoulder bolts and you're locked in place. Now we're going to install the lock body, it's a swing bolt lock body, on the mounting plate of the safe. On the back of the lock body you'll see a channel here. This channel is designed to be able to route the cable without damaging it. So you want to pull the cable up so that when you install this lock body, the cable can freely move behind the lock body and it's not pinched by the lock body. So with that in place, we now go ahead and install the mounting screws and secure the lock body to the mounting plate. You want to install one screw, get it positioned, don't tighten it all the way down. Get your next screw in place. Again, don't tighten it all the way down. The third screw goes in the bottom here. And then we can snug that one down, then snug this one, and then snug this one down. And that way, we haven't got any cross tension across the lock body. With the lock body installed, we can now connect the cable into the receiver on the lock body. Next, we can remove the two relocker plate screws from the lock body. Now we're going to install the relocker plate, and that goes on there and holds the spring-loaded pin up in place. So just hold that there. I'll put one of the screws in. Liberty actually provides them with a relocker that has a little washer on it for this universal plate. So we can screw that in, tighten it down. And then the other side. And this wing of the relocker plate will engage the spring-loaded pin so that it doesn't drop into place here and prevent this bolt work from opening. So the lock body is installed, the relocker plate is installed, and it's holding up the relocker pin. There should be about an 1/8 inch gap between the bolt work and the flat side of the swing bolt, and that'll allow it to go to its fully locked position. With the lock body installed, we can now go to the keypad and test the code. Next, we'll want to install the battery in the keypad. Again, the battery goes down in this area horizontally. You use these terminal clips in order to snap them onto the battery, just as you would expect, the large one and the small one. So we'll go ahead and snap them on. And then we can tuck this battery in this horizontal space here and tuck the cables in. And now we can go ahead and install the color ring. So align the tabs with the notches and then lock it into place. All right, so that's locked in place. Now let's go ahead and test the codes. There are two codes in the SafeLogic TopLit. The super code of 111111, we'll test that first. Good, we can hear that go. We'll let it go to its locked position. And that locks that handle in place. Now let's go ahead and test the user code of 123456. You can hear that open. And with everything working correctly, we can go ahead now and close the safe. You now finished the installation of the SafeLogic TopLit.